Hi everybody and welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be telling you guys about my top 5 animals that I'd like to go hunting for someday. I'd be really happy to go hunting for all animals pretty much, even the ones that aren't on the list. I'm just going to be sharing with you guys my top 5 animals that I'd like to hunt and why I'd like to hunt them. Where I live, some animals that you can hunt are white-tailed deer, turkey, and then there's some predators like coyotes, fox, all that stuff, and then there's also some small game like squirrels and rabbits. And even though I really like turkey hunting and white-tailed deer hunting, I'm not going to include them on this list because I can hunt them here, and I'm only going to include animals that I cannot hunt where I live. But anyways, let's get into my top 5. Coming in at number 5, we have the Bighorn Sheep. Bighorn sheep are really cool animals. They have really big, thick curls, and that would be really cool to shoot someday. And wouldn't that look cool on my wall? It would look perfect on my wall. It would fit perfectly, and I think that would be a lot of fun. I also think it would be really cool to hike over the mountains and take a really far shot, like 300, 400 yards. I think that would be a lot of fun. One of the main reasons that Bighorn sheep isn't closer to my number 1 spot for dream hunts is because it's a goat, and goat meat might not taste very good. It would probably have quite a bit of meat on it, but I don't know if goat meat would necessarily be something I'd like to eat. But it's really a cool animal, and I'd love to hunt for it someday. And now on to my 4th favorite species that I'd like to go hunting for someday, the fallow deer. Fallow deer are really cool looking. They've got some spots on them, which is pretty cool. And they're basically a miniature moose, which is really cool looking. Based on what I read, they taste pretty good too, and it's pretty cool how they have such high racks. I don't know if it would fit in my room or not, but no matter what, I'd really like to go hunting for one someday. And now on to number 3, we have the red stag. Red stags are really cool, and they can get really giant. The picture that you guys are seeing right now isn't even a really big one. That's an average sized one. They can get as big as something like this, or even bigger than that. And these things are even bigger than they look in the pictures. They are giant, and they'd have a lot of meat on one if you got one. Based on what I've read, they taste pretty good too, so that's always a good thing. And now on to my 2nd favorite animal that I'd love to hunt for someday, the mule deer. I don't know why, but I've always just really liked the look of a big mule deer's rack. I think it just looks really good. Their antlers are basically just miniature trees growing out of their heads. They just look really outstanding, and they're pretty good eating too, so that's good. It sounds super cool to be stalking a giant mule deer in the mountains, climbing over mountains and trying to get a shot at him. I think that would be really cool. Not to mention, it would fit perfectly in my room. It would be a perfect fit, so I could have them out right in my room. Without further ado, let's get to my number 1 favorite animal that I'd like to go hunting for someday, the moose. The coolest part about moose is their giant paddles. Their antlers just look super cool. I like how paddles look. They look even cooler than like deer antlers to me. I just love how they look. Besides their paddles being really cool, they're also really giant, and they come with a lot of meat on them. Moose are my number 1 dream hunt, and I've always wanted to go on a hunt for one. But I unfortunately don't really have a place to put a giant moose head. They're just that big that I don't really have a place that I could put them out for it. Another problem is the price of the hunt. That might get a little bit expensive to shoot a big bull moose. However, a moose hunt is definitely on my bucket list. That's gonna be it for this video. No matter what hunts I go on in the future, I know that no matter what, I'll make cool memories in all of them, and that's what hunting's about. But anyways, make sure to leave a comment telling me your top 5 favorite animals that you'd like to hunt for someday, and thanks for watching.